Hello, good afternoon. How we all doing? Good morning in the States. Good evening in Australia. Good night in Japan, maybe? I don't know. Stuff is broken again. Look, we've tanked up on helium, hydrogen, the other one. We've tanked up, so we're not making stuff anymore. We still have a problem. I need to do something. Hope you're having a good Sunday. My internet's broken. My internet is officially RIP, hence the delay in the stream. So my BT broadband's completely down. I have now switched over to my Virgin Media broadband, which the house uses. So if everybody starts watching Netflix and uploading videos, then good luck with the stream, right? I've asked them not to, but hey-ho, we'll see how it goes. And BT is now sending me a mini hub as part of their Stay Fast Guarantee program. I'm sure I'll be able to stream on that. 4G. Yeah, apparently, from what we can gather, overnight some people in Chelmsford decided to vandalise and set fire to some masts, some antennas and stuff, and it's knocked out a whole load of things in Chelmsford. So thank you if you're watching. Although you're probably in bed right now. Cassius, thank you for 5 months. Good day to you. Al Gamer, thank you for 3. 5 months. And Sir Paul, thank you for 3 months. Yeah, so apparently BT's had some vandal attacks overnight, and that's knocked out stuff in Chelmsford. Yay! But anyway, hopefully it will get resolved at some point. In the meantime, I really need to sort this out. Oh, it's graphite. So much graphite. I guess the easiest way to fix this is to just do the old switcheroo. Temporarily get things moving. But we've got to do something with all this hydrogen. It won't be the broadband's affected either. Probably not. They probably didn't even know it was a BT mast. They were just whatever. Getting up to no good, right? Criminal damage. I can't imagine there weren't cameras nearby, but hey-ho, it's not my problem. Infernal, thanks for 21 months. So anyway, we're up and running, and hopefully it will stay that way. I think we need to do something with this hydrogen. You can do... What's that machine that does... like, fracks it? The fractionator. I need processors to build one, though. Let's actually tell us... Hang on, how would it make a processor? Oh, God. To make a processor, I need microcrystalline components. To make that, I need silicon and copper. Okay. Let's add to the list. You run your hydrogen through the thermal generators. What, you can just tank the hydrogen straight into the generator? Interesting. Very interesting. What's that? That's stone. That's looking for oil to make acid. It's not getting any oil. Yeah, we absolutely can't allow this production line to break. Because if it does, it breaks the sulfuric acid run. You can burn anything. Not enough. So what I want to do is introduce onto this part of the belt here, don't I? So you've got hydrogen coming in there. You can't put it here because you can't have it going that way. So the oil by priority gets sent that way. I presume it will burn some anyway. The dramatic music is good, yes, but it's not from the game. Tragic Turnip, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Thank you for 2 months, Tragic Turnip. Whatever it was. There you go, the oil's flowing. Alright, tell you what we'll do then. Let's there a priority on this? Yeah, the priority is that way. If we bring some of that hydrogen over here and join it into this at this point, I reckon that might help. Let's burn the hydrogen off. Just get rid of that. Let's put that in there. Do that.
Welcome back, Paul. A nice hug from me, and don't forget the cookies.
You've got a thing about cookies, man. Thank you, Valencia. This reminds you of Satisfactory. Does it remind you of Factorio? I'm thinking before we prioritize the feedback loop. I guess we have to. Actually, no, because that'll tank that up anyway. This is an overflow. I don't think we can fit another splitter in there. It'd be nice if I could fit another one of these right there. Looks a bit squashed. Oh, the space. Let's try it. I don't think it will. Go on, how many squares? 1, 2. Nah, it's not going to work. I could move this further back and do it, I guess. Might have to just do that. Put that back here. Then we can have another one like that. So instead we bring that into here. We plug that into there. We then send that into there. And then we send that into there. We prioritize that. And then we take a feed from here. And that should allow this thing to burn hydrogen. So then it's a case of which way do we set priority on this? Burn or tank? Or do we just leave it? If you want to make something out of hydrogen, make deuterium, the material that you can't find in the world. Yes, I want to do that, but right now I just want to solve this issue. So that's still burning hydrogen now. With an overflow to the tank. The problem is if this fills up, this whole system shuts down because it can't get rid of the hydrogen. So we need to start working on the deuterium thing. So we need to, but to do that, I need to make one of these fractionators, which requires me to have the processor, which requires me to have micro crystalline. That will lead to the processor. And that will lead to the fractionator. So yeah, we kind of got to do that now. Squirrel generates 2 refineries worth of hydrogen. What? 7 generators per 2 refineries worth of hydrogen. Seven generators. Do you mean extractors? What do you mean a generator? Each tank can hold 10k liquid. Dude, I just literally started this game with 2 full tanks. We could build another one, I would. I might just do that. There you go. That'll keep it running for a bit. Lots of hydrogen. Okay, so now we need to sort out how to make microcrystalline components. So we need copper ingots and high purity silicon. Right, okay. Burning off, you need 7 generators per 2 refineries. Ah, I see what you mean to burn it off. Yeah, I'm just trying to burn the overflow. You mean 7 of these guys, thermal power stations, right? Per 2 refineries. Because I've got 6. I'd need an awful lot of those to burn it all off. I don't want to burn it all off, though. I want to burn the excess, but I get what you mean. Right, so where's all the... Okay, so right now I'm not actually... This is so frustrating. We're having to manually move these guys right now, high purity silicon. At some point we need to get them automatically moved. I need to have those near copper. There's plenty of copper over here. There's plenty of copper here. That provides the main bus though. I think we can manufacture it all over here. All the more advanced components are being made anyway. Oh boy, there's a list of stuff to do. Hey Dawson. I really want to automate foundation. Just so I can flatten things like this off. But that'll have to wait for now, I guess. Foundation was steel and stone, wasn't it? Neither of which is actually on any kind of a bus right now. But it could be. There's lots of steel being made here. There's no reason why we couldn't put that on a bus. Just take a feed off the back and shove it back down that way. Put it down there. It's like, though, I'm so close to this intra-planetary delivery system, at which point all this idea of buses just goes away. But in order to make one, yeah, you need all these exotic components. So, what do we need first then? Let's do the micro thingy. So we're going to have just a tank of microcrystalline. We're going to have it, put that in a storage bay for now and grab the copper off the belt, I guess. I think there's copper on the belt somewhere. Is that copper? I think that's copper. Yeah, it's copper. You should see my planet transport towers everywhere. That's exactly what I want. Like, I'm going to build transport towers pretty soon. Right, we've actually got a lot of space down here. We can build stuff. So I'm thinking we take a split off the copper back here. And of course I don't have any splitters left. So I'd like to make assembler twos, but to make that we need processors, and we've not automated that yet. Chris, only just got going, mate. Had some internet issues, but we're fine. Building them in ships is currently the bane of my life. Then to find out you don't have enough resources coming from another planet, so you got to make a trip there to... Yeah. There's always a bottleneck somewhere. That's a guarantee. Let's see. Let's have a couple of those on the go. All right, we'll put the silicon stuff in there. Okay, so what we want out of this is micro crystalline component. It's fine. Right, let's grab some exotic. Can't wait for summer. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the hay fever, but the good weather I do like. Oh wow. That doesn't work very well at all, does it? Somebody wasn't thinking about that. Just like literally passed it straight through. Oh my god. I wonder if this works like factorial belts in this regard. You can do that. Do you need that one? Now, does that work? That's the question. It works, but it looks weird. It does. You can put an extra belt behind it just to make it look a bit less weird. But it's not as elegant as the factorial way of drawing that. But for as long as we can keep stuff in there, we'll have microcrystallines coming out, which is good. 22 a minute, so double that. We've got 45 a minute coming out. That's pretty good, right? Okay, so having solved that problem, with green circuits, which we have just over there, we can then assemble processors, which is good. Green circuits are just further back here, I believe. We've only got one production facility. That's feeding into a few things, but they mostly don't run anyway. And there's a feed coming off into the science, which is quite important. Maybe what we should do is just build some more greens down there. Leave this alone. I don't really want to compromise the science in any way. So we'll just assemble some more greens off the iron and copper line. You're using splitters to make it look cleaner. Yeah, you could just literally put a splitter there, like you say. I kind of feel like that's just an artwork problem. You know what I mean? Like, that's just an artwork issue. They could easily change that to have the belt join properly. Because when you have one going into... Like, if one goes in like that, it draws that nicely. could take an iron and copper feed right here. Also, when you have belts like that, it prioritizes one side over the other if it's backed up. Interesting. Yeah, how does it come to that decision, I wonder? Oh. Hadn't realised we'd elevated quite so much. That's a mistake. That's better. Okay, that's what I wanted. In that case, yeah, you probably are better using a splitter just because you know that way you will get guaranteed balancing. Like that. Which looks tidy, like you say. Remember, you're going to be removing all this when you go to Planet's house, so don't make them too lavish. Why am I going to be removing all the production? I accept that on a first playthrough, I'm going to make loads of mistakes, but I'm going to learn by the mistakes, so it's all good. Because, like, when you first play through a game, you don't really know what's going to come, or how things are going to have to change, so... Now, if we can make green circuits here, and then we've got them there, we can assemble them into processors here, which is all good. Let's see. And then we could make faster ones, because we have graphene kicking around, we just need to make these. I don't think we're actually making level 1 assemblers anywhere. Which we really should do. Automate the production of level 1 and level 2 assemblers. Was this game sponsored by Dyson? No. It certainly was not. Now then, do we just have one of these? That requires 4 circuit boards. Two iron per 1 copper. 2 of them to 2 of them. It's got a 1 second construction time. That's got a 2 second. Ah, okay. So yeah, having 2 of them per 1 of these is the correct ratio. So we'll just grab one of these. True, once you get interplanetary transports, use the food, all the raw materials into towers and have separate areas for productions. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking that, you know that other planet that we're extracting metals from? That's got 90% buildable area, so I'm kind of thinking the main factories will end up over there. That's what that's in the back of my mind, that's what I'm thinking, because that is so buildable. And there's nothing on it. Like, if you flatten the lava, so what? You can't use the lava anyway. So you could technically make it 100% buildable, apart from the ore veins on it. Excuse me. So then you just, like, export everything to that planet, apart from the metals that it already has. And then just assemble everything there. Have the equator full of solar panels. It's exactly what you're doing. Noise. If we need this faster, we can always upgrade these to assembler 2s later. Okay, now we can assemble 2 of those things into processor. Nice. Oh, no, 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 no. What's that? No, come on, game. What the heck? What? That's so weird the way it does that. It's like, because it's almost, it's like slightly on a grid, so it makes it do weird things sometimes. You gotta watch out for that. Uh-oh. 15 a minute. Wow, one every 4 seconds. I think we could get away with 2 of these boys. You count it down for at least a week with a slip disc. Oh. I've had that. That ain't fun. Thanks for the good company. Dude, I hope you feel better soon. That is not fun. Every time you go and try and move, it's like... yeah, we should have 2 of these. Just trying to think how to route the stuff in and out of it. Lack of item, that would help, wouldn't it? Silicon is finished, what do you mean? If you change the build mode in option to God mode, you don't have to move the mech so much when building. Is that... Do you think that's an exploit or not, though? That's my only concern with it. I know it's in the options as an option, but is it more, I don't know, is it more like a dev option? Or is it meant to be there? Will it be there in the finished game, then put it that way? Double down on that. You don't like God mode. It's not really an exploit because it has a range to it. It's meant to be there. It just goes as far as the drones will fly, as the devs say in the Discord. So, do you see the devs leaving that option in? Like, why is that option in there? Let me put it that way. And why did they call it God mode? It's getting consumed faster than it's getting made now. That's why. Because that's been nom-nommed. Move the camera without moving the mech with God mode. Yeah, I understand what it does. I'm just curious about the name choice and why they put it in there. Poor wording, but they say they're leaving it at this stage. Okay. I use it by means to check your factory and leave the mech and drones to get on with the task. Okay, they're going back up again. That's good. And now we have processors. Nice. So now, presumably, we can build a fractionator. Is deuterium something that you can use as mecha fuel then? Even that's still filling up, look at it. Right, let's have a look at one of these things.
You built a fractionator, which can randomly fractionate several deuterium out of liquid hydrogen. Use a conveyor belt to import hydrogen from one side, export from the opposite side, and the deuterium will export from the front port after fractional distillation. You may want to increase the deuterium production rate. You can accelerate the speed of materials in and out, or build more fractionators.
You can accelerate the production rate. Curious. Chinese devs not enough money after Kickstarter. Not enough money. 350,000 sales. I make that after Steam's cut, like 3.5 million. Yeah, that's Steam sales. So it sold for £15. That's Steam sales last week. I think they've got enough cash now. What's the actual inclination of your starter planet? Minus 1.7 degrees or something with a 14 degree... Oh no, the orbital incline was... Oh no, oh the starter planet, sorry, yeah. The orbit incline is 7 degrees. The planet is almost 0. Not enough time to do everything right now. There's only 5 guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something stopped here. Oh, we finally backed up on graphite. Rip. Rip, 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 rip. They smash out an update pretty much every day. Yeah, which is not always a good idea, because like yesterday they pushed out an update which broke everybody's game, and then I had to push out another update to fix it. Use a graphite for fuel, slow burn. Yeah, the problem is right now is the graphite's not getting consumed because the science factories are offline, because I need to handcraft yellow science. And I'm using hydrogen fuel, which gives you a boost, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm working towards, automating yellow science. That's literally what I'm working towards, is this. Which I've nearly got automated. I just need to automate the titanium crystals, but then I've got this being manually brought back by hand, and then there's this stuff which is now being made in small quantities, so I could now automate the production of that with a hand-filled titanium ingot. Which is one of the things I'm trying to do. But I'm spinning plates here. So yeah, I really need to start fractionate this stuff. Right, so if we have... I don't know how many of these we want. Just start off with 2 and then just chuck stuff into it and see what happens. Why does that collide? Just because it doesn't like pulling from a corner. You got 128 yellow cubes. I'm just going to go and chuck them in the box in a second. Can you not? Oh, you have to belt directly. That's slightly annoying. Yeah. Wait, what? That's the front. It said the front is the output. Oh, so you have to... Okay, so hang on. Let me ask you something then. If the side is the input, if I put one in here, will it pass it through or just consume it and not pass it on? Omega, thank you for 29 months. Like, can I just put it in there and it will pass through there or not? If that's the case, it'll be a bit easier. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Like if I do that. Game, please, come on. Lack of item? You serious? I'm out of belt. You don't use fractionators, there's a 1% chance of deuterium, turn me away. So what does it do with the rest of the hydrogen then? Does it just consume it? Or is it like passing it on? Because that could affect the way I make a full loop or it won't work, it stops. Oh, you just have to keep shoveling it around. I get you. I get you. So if you have 5 of them, you have a 5% chance. So 1 in 20 hydrogen will come through. Right. So yeah, well, I guess what you want is to have a bunch of these. Just lined up. It spits out the extra hydrogen that it doesn't craft. Okay, I get it. So you got to do a pass-through loop. In that case... So if we have, for example, 4 of them, let's line up 4 of them. 2, 3. That's going to be the result coming out. That's not good. I need to go higher. Okay, that just about works. Oh, I've put it the wrong way. Oh, no. Yeah, I get it. So you go like that, and then you go like that, and then you go like that. And then you make this one. Yeah? So you create a giant loop. And then whatever comes out at a 1% chance rate, because you've got 6 of them, you've basically got a 6% chance. of it working. Except this is a belt only output by the look of it. Is that right? Cool. You slap that in the middle. And then whatever comes out, when we get lucky, it's not really going to consume very much though, is it? Because most of it is getting passed through anyway. That's the reality of it. There you go, deuterium. A stable isotope of hydrogen rarely exists under natural conditions. Most of them come from the processing of hydrogen collected from the gas giant. So what do we use that stuff for anyway? Just gonna let that sit there and do its thing. Yours went into liquid storage. Interesting. Like, it doesn't really distinguish between the two, does it? Is it better to have it like this or as a liquid store? I don't know. Deuterium fuel cells for energy, its own dedicated power plant. So you can just use it for power then. I guess you could prioritize that way until that loop's full. And then when that loop's full, it'll put the rest in store. Liquid store is more dense. Ah. How many liquid stores have I got? There you go. See you later, Chris. Does Microsoft allow to run mods in new flight sim game? I'm thinking of installing a few mods, but afraid it's bannable. It's not bannable. It's totally moddable. Maggot, have a good one. There we go. So that makes sure... Wait, wow. That's consuming a lot more deuterium than you think, you know. Hydrogen. Look at the amount that's getting shoved onto that loop. Like, there's hardly any going into storage now. That's literally just consuming... 6 of those is consuming. Look at the speed that it's coming in, and look at the speed it's coming out. That's getting swallowed. Wow. Like if you get rid of the filter, it burns it and sends some of it to storage. That's crazy. The fractionators have no processing time as far as I know, so it'll just use 100% of whatever comes in. Gee. I guess we'll just leave it like that. At least the storage won't ever fill up now. Ooh. Right, was this the titanium? No, this is the diamond. So those diamonds, hang on, those diamonds need feeding directly into the research thing, which is over here. Whatever makes yellow cubes. No, DK, we're almost there with that. We're almost there with Intra. And then I'll try and figure that out. Just gotta automate a few more things. Like the yellow science needs automating. To do that, I'm gonna need to combine this stuff with titanium to make these guys. I'm gonna leave space here for another run of those. So I think yellow cube manufacturing needs to go on here, so we need these guys, don't we? I don't know how many we need. We'll just stack 3 for now and get it going. Yeah, the intraplanetary, I'm so looking forward to getting that working, because that's going to solve a lot of logistic problems that we're currently experiencing. So this is going to manufacture yellow. We'll leave space for another settler, and then we'll chuck the yellow over the belt into that thing. So 3 of them, and we say manufacture yellow. So it says, right, we want diamonds and titanium crystals. I hate the way the grid does this. That's going to get the diamonds. And then we're going to have to make the titanium thingies over here. Which for now means having storage of ingots. Of the fracking, it's a 2 in, 1 out at 1%, meaning the 6 you have for over 100 hydrogen feed through, only 88 will split out the end as far as your fast boat can move. So 2 hydrogen will be consumed. So the whole 6 are consuming 12 hydrogen in order to have a 1% chance of making deuterium. We'll have to go and grab a whole load of titanium from the other planet soon. Uh, 65 because it's 1% per machine. 6% because 1% per machine. Oh, it's 1-to-1. I just found it slightly odd the way that it was when I told us. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. That's really frustrating. I find it odd that when we told all of the stuff to go to all the hydrogen to go to the machines, it just consumed all of it. I thought that was a bit odd. Woohoo, we're making yellow. Hey. Now we can get rid of this. Right, so as long as we can chuck titanium in there, we'll have automated science. The fractionators don't consume hydrogen, they just filter it out, as it were. You can just have a loop going. Dude, that's exactly what I had. But that's not what's happening. Let me show you. Obviously, we need to have more of these. Interstellar Logistics should be online shortly. Right, so this is a loop of 6 fractionators, right? If I prioritize that splitter to say throw all your hydrogen into that loop, well, very quickly, what happens is none of it seems to come back. At least that's what it was doing before. It was just consuming, well, not so much none of it's coming back. None of it goes into any other export. All of it ends up going down there constantly. And that I can't quite understand. You've unlocked the magnificent space elevator, the interstellar logistics system. As long as you put logistic vessels in the station, you'll realize the transportation materials between planets. Woo! You see? It takes all of it. It's nuts. For something that has a 1% chance. Do you see how weird that is? Because if it's not consuming the hydrogen, which it clearly isn't, then how does that work? Well, Rome, it keeps pumping hydrogen down that belt because it can. But at no point is this loop backing up. You see what I mean? Like here, you can see it not running at full speed now, so you'd think it would just back up, and then it's really weird. You think it will only output to the side unless it can't push something that way. Something's not right. Something is not right. That's all I'm saying about that. I don't think these fractionators are working correctly. But I don't know the game well enough to understand exactly what. I just don't think they're working correctly. It's something to do with the way they're passing hydrogen through. The machines will need to be full as well. How many can it take? So now the science is online. This is now burning stuff. It takes 40 hydrogen, right? Anyway, it's doing stuff. So now we've got interstellar logistics, interstellar power transmission. What's more important to us, I wonder? High strength, lightweight structure. A mini fusion generator. Oh, that was the deuterium stuff. Ah. I should probably get some upgrades now. Universe exploration. Nope, can't do that. A mecha core. Improve the mecha core. Greatly increase the upper limit of the mecha core energy. 300 yellow. 400 yellow. Yikes. Yeah, that's a lot of yellow. These games confuse me so much. Yeah, you can go down an entire rabbit hole with a game like this. Okay. Something tells me that could be a lot quicker. So now we could make assembler 2s, because we've got graphene and processors being made. So let's do that. Go and get some more fuel. I have to make the yellow ones first. Ah, sneaky. Just start using assembly tools for new builds, but when it gets to replace them. Yeah, I think the upgrade thing's coming soon, isn't it? The ability to upgrade belts and stuff is on its way. We're going to have to do a planet trip shortly. In your opinion, some of those Factorio, is this game better than Satisfactory? I don't want to make that comparison, Yov Hater. I don't want to say if one game is better than another. Although Factorio is better than Satisfactory. Obviously, in my opinion. A lot of people love Satisfactory, so that's great. It's whatever game you love playing, right? If you love these kind of games, you know, Factorio, Satisfactory, then I don't see why you wouldn't like this. It's another factory logistics game with its own, you know, some aspects are similar, some aspects are different. It brings some other stuff to the table that isn't in the other games. Yeah, Rome, I get that, man. I get that. You're not into the top-down thing, which is why you can do this. See, in this game, you've got the best of all the worlds, really. You can kind of go almost first-person, and you can get a top-down view of your factory to build things, which I like. And then you can come out and look at the whole of your planetary factory, and then go out again and look at where you are in the system, and then explore many, many different places. I think that's a really cool thing. You don't get sick from playing Factorio. Exactly, that's a first-person game. You see, Satisfactory in first-person can get really tricky, because you can't ever get this kind of overview of what's going on. But you can get into your factory and run around, which is cool. That's why I don't want to make comparisons. Like, a lot of it's just opinion. Right, let's get some of these bad boys. Whoa, assembler 2s. Yeah, you can build a high platform, but meh. Oh, this is gonna... Yep, we can see that coming. Little kink in the belt. Okay, that's definitely producing those a bit quicker. What IR head tracker? I've always used Track IR, to be honest. There are cheaper solutions. Track IR has a lot of game support, that's the main thing. Right, how is this doing? I think we should have a box. Just to make sure we don't lose any production. How are you enjoying the game so far? Very much enjoying it. Right, what does the rate of that look like? It's pretty stable actually. Could probably make more of these. That's full up on input. In fact, sorry, normally you don't masses of intermediate products. Why do you do it in this game? Actually, I do. Kitty, I always buffer stuff. I like input and output buffers for various reasons. That one's going nom nom and that one's getting nothing. That's what's happening here. So we're not producing enough yellow. Does this have some sort of module beacon element to the game? When you say modules, I'm not sure what you mean. Beacons, not currently. Why would you store it though? Input or output? So if you actually look at that setup, I'm not storing anything. Because it comes in, it goes straight back out. But, let's say, for argument's sake, I forget to choose something in the tech tree, which happens, yeah? Let's say I forget to put something in my tech queue, I'm too busy dealing with another problem on another planet, and I forget to queue tech. What happens? Well, what happens is the yellow comes spitting out of here, stops being consumed, backs up on that belt, and then shuts down. So I stop making yellow. So all of that time where I didn't notice that, you know, it could be 25 minutes, where I didn't notice that I'd not queued up a tech. That's 25 minutes of yellow production that I just lost because I chose not to have a box. Or let's say I want to work on the production further downstream, yeah? So I want to change the way something's done back here. Maybe the way it's assembled. I've got assembler 3s. I want to make it more efficient. While I'm taking that apart and rebuilding it, I'm not producing yellow and my research stops. But if I have a buffer, my research carries on. So I can't see any downsides to just having a buffer. Like, there are no downsides to it. Anything that comes in goes immediately back out, and if something happens on the supply or the demand, it buffers it. That's the whole point of it. And they're so cheap to make, why would you not do it? Now I've got to make these a lot quicker. Let's see. Maybe we can squeeze two in there. I don't think raw material production's going to keep up with this. But we shall see. Certainly we need to go and get some more titanium. The only downside is using space for the box. Yeah. I mean, you could have a half-size box if you want to, you know, you could put one of them in and have some buffer, better than no buffer. The swarm of the game's brilliant when you fly around and just see all the lights. I have seen that. I know what you mean. It's on the screenshot of the game, isn't it? You just see all like this swirling kind of... It looks incredible. Yeah, that's going down now. So, yeah, we need to kick off production of that, but that's not a big priority. You can now use a mini fusion power station. It's a power generation facility that converts the energy released by the controlled fusion reaction of deuterium fuel rods into electrical energy. So that deuterium we're making back there, we can actually make into power now. Nuclear power. Let's see. Ray receiver, accumulator. Oh, we can actually make accumulators now. That's a good thing, although we don't make them yet. The super magnetic ring. Hang on. Super magnetic ring. Done the fractionator. Done the microcrystalline. Automated the processor. We haven't done foundation yet. We've got the components for all of that. We could make that. But I think we need to go and get some titanium before we run out. This just isn't happening quickly enough, is it? This plastic thing. The plastic is what's slowing down our yellow science, essentially. We've got plenty of oil production here. We're going to have to scale this up. Scale plastic. There you go. Buffering delays detection of errors in the factory and hides wrong ratio problems. It can hide wrong ratio problems. I accept that one. Delays detection of errors. I actually think it helps you with errors. In the same way that I can click on this now and I can see whether that number's going up or down. So the fact that I'm buffering that, I know if I'm consuming more than I'm producing. So it helps you as well. The resource is limited or infinite nodes. Limited. In fact, on this planet, there is no silicon or titanium. So there is no way that you can progress in this game unless you go to a different planet, because you cannot get silicon and titanium. What you can do, though, is fly over to Kappa Cygni 2 that has got quite a bit of silicon and titanium. But the numbers do go down. Everything's in these little veins here that you mine. These things. And these numbers, you can see 745,000 and it's going down. So this will deplete. But you just go and get it from somewhere else. Yeah, I know I need plastics, dude. I've got to scale that plastic thing up. Right, let's go and do a quick run to the other planet. How much fuel have I got on board? Need to go grab some titanium. And some of that silicon block stuff. Get silicon ore from smelting stone. Yeah, it's not gonna run you. You're right, you can do it, but it's not gonna run a factory, is it? You've got to get off the planet.